All right, Ryan, did your salesperson go over the manufacturer's warranty with you a little bit?
A little bit, not too much.
All right, that's all right. It's one of my jobs to go into it in a little bit more detail and explain exactly what it does and does not cover. But first, I'm going to have you sign this. This basically states the warranty is not through Lithia, it's through the manufacturer itself. So sign right there. All right, now with Toyota, the warranty is divided into two parts. The first part being a 5-year, 60,000 mile powertrain warranty. Now, powertrain, that's any internally lubricated parts, and that's everything that's listed here in black. So that's going to be your engine, your transmission, your axle assemblies, and also your four-wheel drive system. Now, the second part is a 3-year, 36,000 mile comprehensive warranty. Now, that's everything that's listed in orange. So that's going to be all the little stuff around the engine, your suspension, your steering system, your fuel system, cooling system, air conditioning, and with the braking system, it's going to be everything behind the brake pad. So your electronic brake distribution computers, your ABS computers, all that good stuff. Now, the two biggies with Toyota, since they've made so many changes in the last few years, is your computers and electronics. That's really where you see a lot of the big ticket items. Now, something that's kind of interesting, and I don't know if anybody told you this yet, do you know why Toyota does a 3-year 36 on the computers and electronics and a 5-year 60 on their powertrain?
I do not.
Because Toyota actually has to outsource all the computers and electronics to third-party manufacturers that build them and then give them to Toyota to install. So the warranty, that 3-year 36 on the computers and electronics, is actually a third-party warranty that Toyota services for them. So what Lithia does is they allow you to extend that out to protect the vehicle for a longer period of time. And they give you a few options, but the two major one is an 8-year 125, covers everything just like a new car, or an 8-year 100. Now, what you get with that is you get a full manufacturer's comprehensive warranty. It's going to cover all the computers and electronics. It's a $0 deductible. You get rental car reimbursement. It basically guarantees the cost of the vehicle for that next 8 years, 125,000 miles. Now, if you went with that package, your payment would be right at $300. Try to set that up for you?
I don't think so. I mean, I had my last Toyota for 10 years and didn't have any problems with it whatsoever. I mean, they're bulletproof.
You know, it's kind of interesting working at a Toyota store. I hear that a lot. But is it okay if I share something with you?
Yeah, sure.
So with this job, I look at numbers constantly. I'm surrounded by them, and for me in my personal life, I tend to kind of go to numbers just so I can make the best decision. Now, I'm also a realist, and I believe that nothing in this world that's man-made is 100% perfect. Now, say a Toyota is a really, really good car, and they're pretty phenomenal. They have a great track record, but it's pretty tough to be perfect. So say it's 99.9% perfect. You'd probably agree that's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So for most of my customers, and you're probably the same, you plan on keeping this car for a long time.
Yep.
Okay. So say you keep it for 8 years, because that's what this covers. So say you keep it for 8 years, and the way you'd figure out your ownership period is you do 8 times 365. You basically get 2,920 days. Now, say this thing's 99.9% perfect. The way you figure out how many days it's not going to be perfect is you times that by 0.001. You get 2.92 days that it's not perfect. Now, do you know what an hour in our shop costs?
I do not.
It's $100 now. So say it's going to be in there for just a day. So you do $100 times 8, you get $800, right? Now, have you ever heard of the parts and labor rate?
No, I have not.
It's 2 times parts to 1 part labor. So if you're spending $800 on labor, you're going to spend $1,600 just in parts. So the total for just being in our shop for one day, on average, is $2,400. Now, that's just for one day. The math says it might be bad for up to 3 days. But just say for 2, it's $4,800. Now, this warranty costs $3,600. Kind of see how that would make sense, right?
Yeah.
So should I set it up with an 8-year 125 or an 8-year 100?
Well, what's the price difference between the year 125 and the year 100?
If you do the 8-year 100, your payment would be $285.
Yeah, that's still a little bit out of our budget. I mean, we kind of had a budget set in place, and it kind of makes sense to me now, but I mean, it's still, the cost of it still not making a whole lot of sense to me.
So what's awesome with Lithia is, like I said before, they give you a lot of options. So let me put a small deductible and see what that does for you. Perfect. Payment would be $265.
And what's the deductible?
$100.
The $265?
Yep.
Yeah, that actually would make a lot of sense for us. I think we'll go ahead and do that.
Cool. I'll set that up for you.